Ever wondered why online betting and fantasy apps seem so irresistible? Welcome to the digital arena where the stakes are high, the adrenaline rush is real, and the allure of potential gain is too tempting to resist. The world of online betting and fantasy apps has witnessed a meteoric rise in popularity over the past decade, and there's a good reason why. First, let's talk about convenience. Gone are the days of having to trek to a physical location to place a bet. Now you can wager on your favorite sports team, play a round of poker, or even enter a fantasy league, all from the comfort of your own home or on the go. All you need is a smart device and a stable internet connection, and you're in. It's the ultimate convenience that hooks people in. Then there's the thrill of winning. There's nothing quite like the exhilaration of seeing your chosen horse cross the finish line first, or your fantasy team come out on top. The rush of dopamine that comes with a win can be highly addictive, and that's exactly what these apps are banking on. They're designed to keep you coming back for more, chasing that high over and over again. And finally, there's the illusion of easy money. These apps often entice users with the promise of big wins, flaunting stories of individuals who've hit the jackpot. They paint a picture of a world where anyone can get rich quick, if only they're lucky enough. And who doesn't fancy their chances when the potential rewards look so enticing? Statistics show that the use of these apps has skyrocketed in recent years, with millions of people worldwide succumbing to their allure, and it's not hard to see why. The blend of convenience, excitement, and the prospect of easy money makes for a potent cocktail that many find hard to resist. But are these apps really as straightforward as they seem? Stay tuned as we peel back the layers to reveal the hidden truths behind the glittering facade of online betting and fantasy apps. Today, we pull back the curtain to reveal the hidden side of online betting and fantasy apps. It's a world often shrouded in mystique and allure, where dreams of quick riches can swiftly turn into a nightmare of loss and regret. At the heart of this world, there's a concept that's as old as gambling itself, the house edge. The house edge, my friends, is the mathematical advantage that a betting platform has over you, the player, in the long run. This advantage is built into the game rules and odds, ensuring that the house will always make a profit over time. It's like a silent, invisible tax on your bets, slowly but steadily eating away at your potential winnings. Let's delve into the story of John Doe, a seemingly successful player who loved to bet on his favorite football games. John started his online betting journey with a bang, winning a few bets and feeling on top of the world. However, as time went on, his winning streak began to fade. John was facing the harsh reality of the house edge. Despite his knowledge of the game and strategic bets, the odds that were seemingly in his favor were gradually turning against him. Even when he won, the payout was less than what it should have been, thanks to the house edge. Over the course of a year, John's initial winnings were whittled away to nothing. He was left wondering where it all went wrong. But the truth is, it was never really in his favor. The house edge ensured that, over time, he was more likely to lose than win. This is the hidden truth of online betting and fantasy apps. They may promise quick wins and easy money, but the reality is far from it. The house edge is always there, silently tipping the scales in favor of the house. Remember, the house always wins. So, how do these apps continue to draw in players despite the odds? The answer lies not in the realm of logic, but in the psychological labyrinth that these apps navigate with deftness. These platforms utilize a potent cocktail of psychological tricks to keep you hooked. One such trick is the illusion of control. It's a psychological bias where people believe they can influence outcomes that are, in reality, beyond their control. You might have experienced this when you chose your lucky number or your favorite team, believing it increases your chances of winning. In reality, the outcome is as random as a roll of a dice. Another trick in the book is the gambler's fallacy. This is the belief that if something happens more frequently than normal during a certain period, it's less likely to happen in the future, or vice versa. For instance, if a coin lands on heads 5 times in a row, many would bet the next toss would be tails. In reality, the odds remain 50-50. Online betting apps use this fallacy to their advantage, nudging you to place more bets after a losing streak, exploiting your belief that a win is due. Consider the case study of John, an ardent player. John has been on a losing streak for a while. He's convinced that his luck is about to turn around. He believes that because he's lost so many times, a win must be imminent. He places larger bets, thinking he's due for a win. But the cruel reality of probability and randomness strikes hard. John's belief in the gambler's fallacy and his illusion of control leads him to make poor betting decisions. These psychological tricks are not accidental features, but carefully crafted strategies. They are designed to exploit the cognitive biases inherent in our decision-making processes. The end goal? To keep you engaged, keep you betting, and ultimately keep you losing. These apps aren't just games of chance, they're games of manipulation. And what happens when the thrill of the game turns into a compulsion? Let's delve into the heart of the matter, the danger of addiction. Online betting and fantasy apps create an atmosphere of excitement and instant gratification that can quickly spiral into a compulsive need. The convenience these platforms offer, their 24/7 availability, and the sheer ease of placing a bet all contribute to making them incredibly addictive. But what does this addiction look like? Let's consider a case study. Imagine a man, let's call him John. John started out playing casually on these platforms. He enjoyed the thrill of the game, the suspense of waiting to see if he'd won. But slowly, it became more than just a game. It became an obsession. John found himself checking the apps during work, during meals, even in the middle of the night. He was always chasing that next big win, convinced it was just around the corner. But with every loss, he bet more, hoping to recover his losses. His savings dwindled, his relationships suffered, and his mental health took a hit. John's story is not unique. It's a tale told by countless individuals around the world who have fallen into the clutches of gambling addiction. It's a dangerous cycle that feeds on optimism and desperation in equal measure, leaving devastation in its wake. Addiction is not a choice, it's a disease. It's a trap set by the glitz and glamour of online betting and fantasy apps, one that's easy to fall into and difficult to escape from. These platforms know this, and they use it to their advantage. They rely on the addictive nature of gambling to keep users coming back, to keep them spending, and ultimately to keep them losing. This is the dark underbelly of online betting and fantasy apps, the danger that lurks beneath the surface. It's a danger that's often ignored or downplayed, but it's a reality for many people who find themselves caught in the addictive cycle of gambling. Gambling addiction is a serious issue, one that these apps are all too willing to exploit. So what can we do to combat the deceptive practices of online betting and fantasy apps? Education and awareness are our most potent weapons. It's crucial to understand the mechanics behind these platforms, the glittering allure of quick wins, the illusion of control, and the hidden truths. It's like unraveling a magician's trick. Once you know how it's done, the illusion loses its grip. We must encourage open conversations about online betting. Just like discussing any other critical topic, we need to talk about the risks, the consequences, and the realities of this digital gambling world. Sharing personal experiences can be a powerful tool. If you've been lured into the betting scene and have felt its impact, your story could be the cautionary tale that prevents someone else from making the same mistake. Being vigilant is another key factor. These platforms are constantly evolving, finding new ways to draw us in. We need to stay informed, and more importantly, we need to inform others. This isn't just about protecting ourselves, but also about looking out for our friends, our family, and our community. Remember also that it's not just about the money lost, but the time spent, the relationship strained, and the well-being compromised. It's a domino effect that can topple many aspects of our lives, and we need to make sure people understand this. Let's use social media, blogs, forums, and any platform we have at our disposal to spread the word. Let's create an environment where awareness outweighs the lure of quick money. And let's remember that it's okay to ask for help if you're struggling with online betting. There are numerous support groups and resources available. Together we can spread the word and prevent others from falling into the trap of online betting and fantasy apps. Share this video to help raise awareness. Let's turn the tables on these platforms and use the power of the internet to our advantage.